Okay, I think we are good and ready. Welcome everyone for a new Star Cup round, baby. New race. And tonight, we are in Austria Spielberg Red Bull Ring for the 6th round of this season. I hope y'all having a good week and a good Tuesday. Before going any further into the qualifying session and race session, I'll say who I am. I'm Gabichow, your full-time commentator for this season here in Star Cup. And I hope we'll have a good 1 hour together for this superb race. So I'll put all the information that we need on screen. We'll be ready to watch the first drivers getting on track. Let's have the best lap they can tonight. A fast track, a track where you can overtake in Austria. It'll be, I think, a super fun race and a track that most drivers likes a lot. So, what to ask? What to ask more than that? We'll do while drivers are getting out on track. I'll do a little championship update. Where's it standing? There you go. After the round 5 in Brazil, we have still Kendrick leading that championship. 95 points. Second is AZ with 58. Another one, third with 53. Labsy fourth, 51. Maestro reserve, 39. And fifth, and we'll finish with top 6 because Maestro was reserved. Lava, 32 points in P6. In the constructors, we'll go with top 3. Mercedes first with 117 points. Haas not too far back with 110. And McLaren in third with 62. That's the top 3 in the Constructor Championship. Top 6 in Driver Championship. There you go, you're all set. You know what the battles are. So yeah, pretty much it. Already have some drivers on their lap. AZ, AZ with Trophy, Dabe, TRP, or even Teddy. Don't know who is the closest to the line. Would say they'll say TRP's in front of Dabe and Trophy is there, so we'll go with TRP to start this session here. Let's go. Finishing his first flying lap of the session here in the Aston Martin is TRP. And we're gonna have a 105.572 from the Aston Martin. Left Trophy finishing with also we have Numble Batter / Dobby getting 105.345 on the board. We'll go back to Trophy now. In the McLaren finishing his lap, last corner for him, trying not to validate at the exit of the corner. Teddy with the 104.835 and Trophy managed to do a 105.471, putting him in a P3 here for the McLaren driver. There you go. Teddy at the moment in provisional pole, 104.835 like I said. Kendrick's already starting his flying lap. The Mercedes. Menzo also on a flying lap. And Guiyang, same thing. He's finishing his lap right now. Going through the last corner, trying not to get, again, some track limits at the exit. The Alpine driver on the line is going to be a 105.677. Not that bad at all. Menzo also now getting into his lap in the Aston Martin. After we're gonna have Kendricks, we'll see if Kendricks still set a lap time or will he just stay back and start at the back like he did last race. We'll see. Menzo last quarter now for the driver from the Green Bull team. It's gonna be a 105.192, second place for Menzo at the moment. We'll now go see Kendricks extending a lap time, at least at the moment. We'll see if he can qualify later on with 104.658. Kendrick getting a bit of practice in this qualifying session at least. That's a very good lap from the Mercedes. Now you have some people on the out lap. So yeah. That's pretty much it. now we'll go Zicario starting a lap right now, going to a first corner. Here we go. DRS activated first big straight line for the Sauber. ERS and finishing sector 1 pretty quickly in Austria. 16.248 saying purple on the mini map. I don't know if it's real, like we know with EA Sports. Now ERS again, second DRS zone for him. There we go, down to third gear. ERS activated the exit. Doing pretty good laps at the moment. We'll see where it's going to be placed. Not a lot of people, a lot of lap time yet. Should be in a good place. 45.748 in the second sector for the Sauber driver. We'll see how he can hand his lap time with the two last corners. Big right. Very right fast corners. And the line's going to be 105.685. Slowest time at the moment for Zicario. Adriani getting 104.495 on the board in front of Kendricks. Very good lap time. Enzo in the second attempt. Already here, this early stage of qualifying. There was some yellow in the track, but it was not the word mentioning or stopping the session or anything. I think Enzo's going to go to the pits. He is. Leader with 106.6, clearly not a representative lap. We'll see later on if he can improve. Lava on the lap, and the same thing for DRS. DRS should DSQ in qualifying like he does every time and every week when he races. We'll follow the Finnish driver Lava in that beautiful pink Haas. Going to sector 2 at the moment. And traffic's in front, maybe coming for him. The Saubers, but he still has some time before being in the road. And a Ferrari going pretty slow in front of him. We're gonna have to Ferrari just go on the left, let him pass. We'll see. Now, two last corner for Lava. We hope for the Ferrari didn't too much make him slower on his lap time. But it's going to be a pretty good lap time. 104.686 P3 for Lava. There you go. Good bike. Also on the lap time right now. The Ferrari Adriami, his teammate, being in the first place. Being on pole position at the moment. Provisional pole. We'll see where's Kato Bike and all the sponsors. And I'm gonna create a little lockup, I think, here. 106.296 for Kato Bike. There you go. Wearing trophy. Dolby still there. DRS getting in at 104.762. Jonah at the back getting lap time on the board also in the Mercedes. What can he get on the line? Jonah 104.949 getting up to P6 behind Teddy. And in front of Manzo. A good banker for Jonah here. Outlap another one, and outlap for Dubsy also. Two big contenders as to a podium tonight. Like we saw in the past races, they're having some good pace. Another one getting a bit of a redemption arc at the moment. We'll follow him to his lap time here. It's going to be the first one between him and Dubsy to start a lap time. It's first flying lap of tonight's qualifying session. He's going to start right now. Let's go. Another one. The air activated and going through first corner. Going to use all the tracks possible. And now DRS, big straight line. Using all the power of the Honda engine. 16022. There we go. And he's going a bit wide here into turn 3. Still managed to keep it on track, not having a track limits. Red Bull in front. Not impede him. The family letting pass each other. We'll see if he's even with that pretty large exit at turn 3. We'll see if he can still get a good lap time on the board. I think he can, but he still have some time to go. Finding his later attempts later on in the session. 8 minutes already left to this qualifying session. We're already at half time here, or maybe even more than half time. This qualifying session with 7:45 left. And the one on the line is going to be 105.7. We know we can do better than that, that's for sure. We'll go follow Dubsy. Master with the 104.0. Like I said, you should DSQ before the end of the session. And we'll follow Dubsy, Canadian driver. 2 last corners for the Haas. Lava, his teammate being P4. Can he match it? His Finnish teammate. Last corner for him. It's going to be, looking to be a very good lap for him. 110.5, I think started his real lap right now. We'll follow him still. Other one, nothing on a real lap. Just stay on Dubsy, POV. First sector is going to be a 15.798. 1.5 improving to his last first sector. Well, obviously was not a good lap. So follow Dubsy. Braking here, going down to third gear. Fourth corner by the Haas. Well, left-hander here. Still carrying a good amount of speed in that corner. A little bit of S's. 4 seconds of improvement. Sector 2. Now the 2 last corners. Passing the pit entry. Losing on the track without going off track. It's going to be 4.828. Just behind his teammate Flavio Mazzo and 7,000 seconds in front of the Red Bull of Teddy. A solid lap from Dubsy. XM back into Williams, getting his first flying lap on. Is on a lap. We'll see what he can do. His first attempt. He's going through the fast section, ending sector 2 here with a 44.973. Passing the detection zone of sector 2. Now on sector 3. Last corner for him in his first attempt. Getting that pole. XM on the line is going to be 105.1. Getting him to P10. Very close to his teammate leader D-Bag in P9. Very nice from XM. Dubsy, Lava, and most of the people and the drivers are in the pits now. They'll wait till the end of the session to try another attempt. With 4:55 left, 4:45 left in that session. Peter improving his lap time in sector 2. Can he still improve sector 3? No, he can't. He didn't think he did a mistake, maybe. TRP on the lap will follow him. I don't know if it's a really good lap. He's on none, I don't think. It's a real lap. We'll go back to Leva. Into the pits here. 40. Finnish driver clearly with 4 minutes left. Most people are going to add to the pits. Trying to get the most useful track to get the pole position here. Zicario and Trophy are starting a new lap time. I don't know if it's a real lap. They will follow them. Trophy in the McLaren. Getting at the end of sector 1. He's improving by a little bit. Zicario, we didn't see it. We'll just follow Trophy, and after we'll see what Zicario lap time is going to be. The two are very close to each other. The McLaren and the Sauber. ERS for the McLaren in that second DRS zone. Right corner for him. But the driver still continues his way. Sector 2 is going to end. Sector 2 very soon. We'll see what's going to be his time in that sector. A 45.0. Almost 2 tenths of improvement from Trophy Marino. Kenny keeps it. To sector 3. He gain some position. With 3:25 left in that session. Last corner for the McLaren. There you go. Trophy on the line. It's going to be 105.0. Almost 4 tenths of an improvement. And Zicario getting just behind him with a 105.105. Two good laps from the two drivers, getting them into that top 10. Most people on the out lap now, and Guiyang also on the lap, not looking to be a very good lap, considering his time in sector 1. Ski Dubai is going to be the first one to start a lap. We have also DRS at the top. So I try to follow Skate bike, knowing what's gonna happen at the end of the session for DRS. Ferrari not improving in sector 1, but by less than a tenth. TRP retiring, no more than 14th position for the Aston Martin tonight in Austria. I do like the area zone still have some traffic in front. A Mercedes, a Sauber, another Sauber not too far in front also. It locked up a bit because of this traffic. But he still can continue his lap time. His lap in the Ferrari. But not improving again, 3/10 behind his first lap time. I think he's gonna maybe try and do another lap later on. Not gonna be that one, that's gonna be the best here. Master we're getting a 103.8 on the board. And dropping a lap here also. Improving a bit in sector 1, can he improve also in sector 2? Pretty far from DRS. 3/10, almost of an improvement from Adriami here, the Spanish driver. Going to have a good lap time. We have some change behind Menzo with a 104.8, I think. Getting up to P6. Teddy also getting up to P3 with 104.531. And DRS is finished, going to disqualify here. Adriami, last corner. Off the validate. On the line is going to be 104.474, improving by not much. Teddy, though, already set the lap time. Maybe I think I have a time to improve. Kendricks is finished. I think he'll do the same thing as DRS maybe. Or just he missed his turn 3. Teddy retired, no more than P3 for. Gonna be P2 for Teddy. At the moment, we'll have an out lap. Enzo, not on the real lap. He's gonna start right now. A new lap. Dubsy on the lap. He's not improving in sector 1 here. Leader in the pits. Jonah now to P8. Not improving. Gonna maybe try another lap at in the really last seconds of that qualifying session. Aiden with the P9. We're gonna disqualify like the others. Like the DRS. Dobby's top 10 improve. He's just improved, I think. No, he's improving again with the new lap time. We didn't really disqualify, like I said. Another one on the lap time. We'll try to follow someone. I don't know who to follow anymore. Dobby coming at the end of this lap time. Not improving in sector 1 and 2, but not by much. Can he improve in sector 3? We're gonna see by the driver from the American team. It's going to be a 104.735, improving by 11/10 for Dubsy. Coming from Benzo, but not catching his teammate Jonah, not more than B8 for him. Live on the lap, not improving in sector 1 by only 4,000 seconds. Adjami's finished, Kendrick's finished also. Not gonna disqualify for Kendrick's gonna qualify in this race. Another one qualifying in P15. That's a shocker here in Austria in this qualifying session. Dubbing up to P7 with a 104.822, very close to the Manzo time, but he's staying P7. Now they have improving by a very little 7,000 seconds in sector 2. Can he go get Kendricks in that P3 or maybe even Teddy or even Adriami? Not that far away if he can do a incredible sector 3, but he invalidated to last corner. Lava was improved by 2/10. And I think it was pole. If he did not invalidate, that was pole position for Mato. It's heartbroken for him. Trophy getting into the top 10. I can't go down. That's gonna be it for this qualifying session here in Star Cup in Austria. That was something. It was a very good qualifying session, but Hajami getting out of here on top. With Teddy just behind and Kendricks completing the top 3. The two has 4 and 5. And we'll just check the rest of the standings when after the cinematic. So yeah, very intense, very close. 18 minutes qualifying session. And yeah, pretty much it. So there you go. After that, after Dubsy in 5th, we got Menzo 6, Dobby 7, Hilary by 8, Jonah 9, Trophy completing that top 10 here. Lucario X7, TRP, Engway, another one. Skydo Bike, AZ, DRS Aiden, the habitual late starters, and another one bit of a surprise starting in B15 here, considering his performance last race in Brazil. But still, 10 seconds left before the beginning of that race session. 36 laps around Austria, 50% race. We'll see if we'll have any weather surprise here. And also, obviously, we'll let time for the drivers to get their a good strategy, decide a good strategy to tweak their setups if necessary, and to put a good amount of fuel in their car to be able to finish the race, obviously. Because you can't refuel, we're not bad, we're not back in the days, we're in 2025, you can't refuel during the race. I think you knew that already, but you know, we never know. So we'll just wait black screen now from esports. Okay, it's looking to be pretty sunny, no rain, nothing. Gonna be a sunny race around here in Austria. So before starting this race, because we have a bit of time, I can talk about the big news we got about F1 games today. We know now that we're not gonna have a new game for F1 26. We'll have an extension, DLC. So that's gonna add the 2026 cars, drivers, and stuff into that F1 25 game. Obviously, it's gonna be a paid DLC because it wouldn't be fun if it was free. No EA Sports, obviously. But we'll see, and we're gonna have a new game for F1 27. That's interesting. We'll see how that's gonna develop. But obviously, I had to talk about this since we're playing. We're playing on an F1 game. We're commentating like me on the F1 game, and we got a big news about it. So was a bit forced to talk about that news from esports. But yeah, I think clearly, like a lot of people mentioned, it's gonna be pretty much last chance for esports. I think after that, they're gonna clearly sell the license if F127 doesn't work. We'll see, but it's pretty interesting, and that plan has a good potential, but we'll see if it's gonna work. You know, if they start GLC overpriced, if you start GLC $80 like the new game would be, not worth it, you know. And they charge it like $40, maybe. It's gonna be interesting. But now we already have the 5 red lights here in Austria, and they're racing in the Red Bull Ring. And as Jeremy getting a pretty good start, Hendricks going around the outside of Teddy. They're side by side, Hendricks letting space, but he's going off track. And Jeremy with that can escape a bit from the other drivers. We'll put the tires on. Oh, and already a big crash. What happened? XM is out, and already we have a neutralization. What happened there? With XM, we saw him hit the board on the side of the tracks. Was a big crash from him. Really big crash from XM. That's already giving out. It's a safety car. Getting out safety car. So we see you start on the medium, softs, and the hards. We have 5 hard runners. No, 6 hard runners. 6, 7, 8, 9 medium runners and 3 soft runners. In this race, the 2 Mercedes are in softs. Menzo is in softs. The top 2 is medium. I have a dub in medium. The back, some people are medium. And Dubsy is the only one. No. The top 10 we have 3 hard runners, but in the top 3 we have only one. In the top 5, Dubsy is the only one with hard tires. And already have some people in the pits. I don't know, is it this Hendricks? Yeah, soft runners will be pitting already. It's early stage after that early safety car. Other one also pitting the early stage. Menzo has left. I don't know what happened to Menzo. In the top 5. Jordan not pitting because Kendrick's is pitting. He's gonna put new oils. Kendrick's maybe can he try something and go to the end of the race with that hard tires? I don't think so, but we never know with Kendrick's. Kendrick's could be a god at tire management, but 34 laps with ours seems pretty much impossible in this game. You know, we never know. XM left obviously after his DNF. don't know what happened with Menzo, but he should be capable of rejoining by the PlayStation invite that they sent him before the race in the Start Cup group. If I see that he's not rejoining, I'll try to invite him myself. Maybe I can try already if I have him in my friends. No, I don't think so. I don't have him. Okay, he joined back. That's good. Won't have to worry about it. Finally, we start seeing the strategy on the screen here that he can propose. So it's pretty much R medium or medium R, depending on, obviously on the tire allocation that the drivers choose before the race weekend. I don't know. I think some people are gonna try to stick the one stop. I think it's gonna be obvious. Big drivers and fast drivers are gonna be able to do one stop, like pretty much also the race, but some people cannot. I have to do a two stop. We'll see. I was gonna develop obviously with already safety car. It's gonna change a bit strategy, but only two people bet at the beginning. It was Kendrick and another one. You know, if you have another safety car right here on, you also change the strategy. But yeah, in Austria, Mercedes safety car, the red one. Now the Aston Martin one. And yeah, we have a 3 Grand Prix remaining in the real life. Vegas, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. And now we're gonna restart with Adjami leading that restart. Teddy's still there in second. Now Kendrick's back at the back after that piss off with under safety car. The two asses are entering fourth, Menzo fifth, Dolby sixth, Jonah seventh, Torfi 8th, leader 9th, and Shikara is gonna be 10th for that restart. Here you go. We'll see if the Ferrari can have a bad restart and make the people behind like Teddy and Dubsy fall asleep. It's gonna be his objective, obviously, to this last 2 corners of that track. Gonna restart already, and that's pretty good restart for the Ferrari here. 7, that's already the gap, him and the Red Bull. Looking pretty good for Adjami in that restart. Menzo trying to get an advantage from that soft tire. Only 3 laps old with same for Jonah. This soft tire trying maybe to get some position. AZ is up to 12 already, playing in the back. Aiden Ring having a bit more difficulty in P14, but he's playing follow. AZ now in P13, and we're even gonna send it on AZ here, but still gonna stay behind to come up closer to the contact for the 2 drivers. But still pretty good, and there we got some contact. Again, another one. Something happened here. Mosquito bike also. I don't know what happened with the Racing Bull. Pretty has damage, and Mosquito bike gonna let him pass back. I don't know what's creating the fault of the bike that happens, but or back racing. Dolby and Jonah being side by side in that corner. That's pretty dangerous, but Dolby gonna keep position in the end. And Jonah being a bit aggressive with that stuff. Come down on tire. You have to. It would be time for a good. It would be the time for a good race from. It would be time for a good race from Jonah. He had some more difficulties or some bad luck, like in Brazil he got disconnected, or like that DNF him. Something was very buggy in this situation. Yeah, so clearly, if he can have a good result tonight, it would be great for the Mercedes driver. At the top, Adjami getting already a good lead on Teddy, 8/10 in front. Dubsy not too far back in the arts, following pretty well with that white combo tires. 4/10 only behind Teddy, but Teddy, I think, has some more difficulties to follow Adjami that top 1 spot. As he now up to P11 in the back, pretty much a big train still. Like, it's 14-1. All the rest, maybe even 18-1 of all are all following each other. You can see it on the mini map. So yeah, to stay like this all race. I don't think we're gonna stay like this already. But it's a short track. Takes more time creating some gaps between the drivers and the cars. We'll have to wait a bit. In the back, DRS and TRP battling. But DRS gonna take the position in a 2-turn 1. TRP going to be wide to let past the Sauber at this point. But yeah, DRS in the end is in front of TRP. Aiden Ring also in front now. W 3/10 only behind Teddy. And Teddy also getting back on Ajami bed 7-10, 8-10, but it's very fluctuating. I think WZ is a better pace than Teddy at the moment, I think, with that odd tire. And Teddy just tried to keep it in the DRS zone of Ajami to defend from the ass behind him. Oh no, man, gap work creating. Menzo with already 5 laps all over soft, I think. I don't know if they're still good. But they're clearly starting to get a bit bad, for sure. Because he's losing lots of time on Leva, not even in the DRS zone anymore. And Dobby's coming back on him. Nimble pattern. Flash Dobby. Turn 1 is on his gearbox. But a bad exit from Dobby here. To Menzo. Menzo 1.6 now behind. Leva also losing time with his teammate. WZ looking to have an incredible pace. But Teddy also came back on the Ferrari here. Only 4/10 behind, I think with WZ and Lava 1.3 behind them. And Dobby now getting the move done, but the missed turn 3. I think Jonah gonna try to make the move on the LP, and he makes it. He made it. There you go, Jonah up to P6, trying maybe to get the move done on the Aston Martin also. Around the inside. Here, to turn 4. He can't. Still side by side here again. But the Aston Martin got more traction. Be in front and stayed in front. 2 soft runners still on track. Battling for that B for the top 5. But now 2.5 to get between them and the top 4. Lava trying all he can to stay in the DRS range of his teammate with 1.2 now the gap, and yellow flag in the back. It's this TRP. What happened for him? He's in the gravel. Think he can come back to the track without problems here. Yes, he can. TRP back in the race. We'll see car. That's a good news. That's some good news. Can Teddy came back closer to Ajami to try move to turn 3. It's gonna be a bit too far. Second DRS in a row. Can he try something now? TRP in the pits after that. A little off track in the gravel. DRS again for Teddy. Can he try there? No, he can't. He'll stay behind. Being patient. Being patient, that's a key in life. Being patient. Hazy getting the move on the Dobby side by side, declaring the Alpine little contact. But Hazy getting the move done in the end. Vicario also earning benefits from that little contact and getting up to P9. There you go. Kendrick's now in P12 after that early pit stop. Trying to make his way back. Aiden Ring a bit blocked in the back with only 14. And still laps hold medium set. And DRS gonna follow all of his easy and stuff and get back into P10, but now we have some damage. I saw some wing flood and was the arrest with the left hand plate being gone. And Jonah with the soft finally pitting. Now with Benzo staying out. The pit stop for Jonah. The first one to stop. No, not the first one to stop because we had some under safety car. We also had TRP stopping, but new R's for Jonah. I don't think 26 laps with R's is realistic. But like I said, we never know. I think he's gonna have to stop again in this race. Go back to the top with Adrian, Teddy and Dubsy very close, and Lava being in the total no man's land at the moment. 2 seconds in front and like 4 behind. Now Trophy out of nowhere. Now in the battle with Benzo and Hazy, with Jonah pitting. The group behind the top 4 is a bit random. And Trophy up to P5 now. Benzo clearly losing pace with that soft compound tire. I think I have to pit this lap. Because you're not gonna maintain there. Now we have something happening. Hendricks and Ngui Yang or Lee Bag with the contact. Lands on the pits in the end. Maestro also following him in the pits, but we have the contact between Kendricks that have no big damage to the right wing. And Lee Bag also with some damage to the left wing. In this case. Dobby in the pits also. Getting to the pits, Dobby, Menzo, TRS, leader. Lots of people going to the pits here for either wing change or just tire change, but most people that are pitting was for wing change, or Menzo was for softs being free to all, and Jonah 1 lap undercut, 4 seconds in front of Menzo now. Was a pretty good decision from Jonah. Another one now up to P8 with all this incident, and he's in front of his teammate in ring now. It's pretty far from any other car 2.3. When Zikara will see if he can still try to get him back. Zikara 310 behind the trophy, 310, that's 510 behind Easy. Now top 5 is Easy with Menzo betting. We'll see how Easy Trophy and Zikara manage the battle for the top 5. Lava still in no man's land, and at the top is still battling for P1 Dubsy, Teddy, and Agile is still following each other very well. And through all these 3 corners. And all these big serious, and Teddy going to turn 3 around the inside. Big lunge from the Red Bull, and he takes the lead. Can Dubsy follow the Red Bull here? No, he can't. Can Ajami get a push back on the Red Bull driver? Seems like no, but Dubsy getting a bit impatient. Behind the Ferrari, Ajami cannot try to dive him again, and Teddy now is in the lead of the race. Lap 11 out of 36. That'll be the first one to get a second penalty tonight in Austria. But Teddy's superb maneuver to take the lead. And Gwen with the second penalty. Also, second one to second penalty. That's the 2 Alpine drivers getting the first 3-second penalty for track limits warning, and jumping into the pits by cutting him in the track here. I don't think that's the best way to go to the pits. But after hell of a laps around with the medium tires, going to put new hards on the Ferrari car. Let's see if Ferrari can finally do a good strategy, at least in the game. But yeah. Wolves. Joey, let's said, getting back in P11 in front of Jonah. Jonah getting a bit closer than he was before, 3 seconds only, even 2.9 behind Jeremy. So it's very interesting to follow. And now Teddy leading, and Dubsy losing a bit of time on Teddy, 1 second behind now after the Agile pit. We'll see if Dubsy can get back to that DRS zone. He's very close to have it. He's gonna have it 9 tenths now. You have to don't get a warning if possible. And we can also follow the battle for like top 4 provisionally. Zikar Trophy and Hazy Ozzy. McLaren's vs Sauber. Say 8 tenths now, WB and Teddy, so he's getting back up slowly. I think clearly more the laps advance and more the yards going to be better than the medium, so it's going to help Dubsy, but he gets a pretty harsh exit in turn 1. Slide a bit, so that made him lost time. Now John getting up to P9 for them, then Guayang and Sky to beg his teammate, fitting for new medium tires here. Firmino left, what happened with him? He wasn't in P5. Trophy left. I invited him, but now Zero going to get in front of him. Maybe even another one can catch him back. He didn't ring. I'll see if I can invite him back. If I have him. No, I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't have him. Firmino. Or he's not on the line. I don't know. I'm not having him, that's for sure. Now Zikar and AZ are getting the battle for P4, and Dubsy also now pitting already with the hard is pretty. I feel like it's pretty early. I think with the hard tires now at this point, but we'll see. Maybe medium can be better long term for the Dubsy here. I think he's gonna put the 2 medium sets in the end, or maybe do a hard medium hard strategy. I don't know, but I think medium is gonna be sufficient if he only even do like 10 laps per or 11 laps per medium. That's clearly achievable. Maybe a good strategy. You see, well, our top 3 started on the medium and are still on mediums. So we have Zikar and Trophy, and still goes with the art from the beginning. We'll do the same thing for another one that's pitted into lap 1 with the medium for new art, so much same situation at 8 in the ring, same thing. Yeah, same thing, starting on medium, not have been didn't pit yet. And he's getting past the trophy, obviously. On trophy, obviously. After his disconnection for the moment. We'll see if he can get back for the end of the race. Teddy now 2.5 in front of Lava. And AZ 6.5 behind, but Zicario is pretty close to AZ. Maybe Zicario have better tire now than AZ Obze. These arts for the mediums. Loves in the back lane passing. We end with his new and fresh medium tire, and Jonah getting a second penalty. Here, Mercedes, first driver that not driving an Alpine to get a penalty for 2 seconds. Tonight, Ingwang, talking from Alpine drivers. Ingwang in the pits at the back. 14 laps on his hards. Putting new medium tires on. Yellow flag at the back. It's a racing bull. It's dead in ring. Yes, he hit. Yes, it is. I don't know what happened with Aaron Ring, but he lost his right end plate. Got some damage. Gonna have to pit for sure. Sad for Aaron Ring, but yeah. And trophy now being passed by Dubsy. Obviously, passed by everyone. And Jeremy still into the front now. Another one. 6-10 back. Now Jeremy now up to 5th. He's 1.8 behind AZOZ. And Zicario all battling for P3. Zicario is now in P3. He's passed AZ early on in that lap. So we're coming more and more through the after the race, and after 13 laps with that medium tire, AZ going to the pits. Dubs getting the fastest lap with that new medium combat tires and new arch for AZ. I think that maybe one stop could work for AZ here. If he can manage to do like 16 laps on medium, can he manage to do 20 laps on hard? That's not crazy, you know. We'll see. But Teddy and Lava also extending their stint. Same thing for another one, and Zicario extending their stint. Trophy also extending, even if not really have the choice because he's a ghost. But some people actually are trying one stop. Maybe he's gonna work. Maybe he's gonna work in the end. Lava's getting back a bit on Teddy. 1.8 now. The gap was like 2 and a bit more. 2.5, I think. Not so far back into that race. But yeah, Johnny now getting back to Zicario up to AZ pitting. Zicario doesn't have any help from the climber behind him. I think Zicario gonna have to maybe bid this lap. Teddy's gonna bid this lap in this case. 6 good laps on that medium tire. That's what I think gonna start. It's gonna hit the board on the left. And Zicario's gonna follow him without the arts. So new art for the Red Bull. Jeremy saying yes, you know, obviously, but Zicario getting to pits with his hard compound tires. Gonna go for medium, obviously. Number 15, back on track. Perfect pit stop from Salber and Zicario. And Benzo 6th, Jonah in 5th, in front of them. Dubs 3.5 behind Andriami. Andriami 6.4 behind Lava so 8 ring with a 2-second penalty. Another driver tonight to get a 2-second penalty. After Dobby, Nguyen, Haidu by Jonah. Yeah. 5th one. I don't think it's gonna be the last. Coming to the Alpha race mark now. That's going pretty well. That's going pretty well. For sure. So now we have Lava in the pits after all his rivals pitted. It's his turn to go see his employees in a Haas. Putting up new tires on his car. Another one also bidding now. And we're arriving to half mark of this race. 18 laps out of 36. 50% of 50% completed. Our drivers are now. Ours. It's going to be entirely for another one after starting on medium. There you go. Good pit stop from him, and we'll see if he can make his way back after that second and I think last pit stop in this race. Benzo, Teddy, DRS now all battling, and Jonah is there. Dubsy has been no man's land, and Agile is just leading by 3.6 seconds on Dubsy here. There we go. Now yeah, trophy 11 still holding place. Then capable of joining back, it seems. 410 getting double 110s. Really getting closer now. Teddy Menzo going off the track, trying to pass Teddy. They're side by side still. Yeah, Red activated with Jonah in front. I think Teddy's gonna see in front here. Yeah, Teddy. Good position in front of the Aston Martin. Giving the 4th place. Pretty good. Already back in the pit finally. I think it's E-High pitted him. Or he came back, I don't know. Anyone not gonna follow a trophy anymore, I think. Menzo 10 second. Exceed track. What happened, Menzo? Game giving him 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. That's a pretty rare penalty we're seeing in the game. 10 seconds for exceeding track limits. Maybe he can challenge it later on in the race with the stewards. We'll see. There is now back, beside Jonah, behind Jonah. And Jonah also chasing Teddy, that's now in P3. Teddy's pretty far from W or even Adriami. But Teddy is fresher tires than everyone else on track pretty much. But every fresher tires in these rivals like Dubsy, Adriami, Jonah, Maestro, Benzo. Lamato, Lamato not too far away. That has fresher tires. I think he has only one lap over tires than him. Score the same thing with medium tires. I'll be with 2 laps on the old Arto, so a bit more far. But yeah, Leary back pitting after 9 laps on his medium set. And Leary back gonna maybe put new art and go again with that set. That would be the strategy I think I would do if I was Williams driver. I was gonna put new medium. I don't know if he can do 60 times medium. That's possible. We'll see. It's really possible. Yeah, we saw some people do it. Maybe I would be more safe with the choice of art tires. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have any art tires left because we didn't take the art allocation in the beginning of the weekend. Maybe I don't know. But yeah. DRS 310's getting Jonah. And Menzel not falling too far back. Some people have an easy. So built will train forming here. And clearly Teddy's escaping from that train. 1.7 now in front of Jonah, but now Maestro is going to put some pressure on the Mercedes around the outside, inside. Even before the braking zone. We're going to move on. On turn 3. I'm going with another second penalty. There you go for him. Oh yeah. Oh no, lava. Palm B. Yetter. 310s. Men's way 8 not to perform bad. 9 10 7 10. For 1 second now, but DRS is losing already. DRS on DRS. And Lava getting moved on before even the straight line of the finish and start line. And Lava P5, but Jonah can have DRS now. I think, yes he is. I mean, DRS, can he make him move back? I don't think so, but he'll still have the big straight line for turn 3. Turn 1 and 2 negotiating by the 2 drivers. And also by the people behind, but Jonah losing time again with 13 laps old hours compared to 4 laps old hours from Lamato. And Menzo going to try to make a move also on Jonah with only 1 lap, fresher tires, and then Mercedes. Menzo still makes the move. They're still side by side. Menzo with a 10 second, remember that. And a Ferrari, something happened with the Ferrari scheduled bike, I would say. But he's back on track, no safety car, nothing. And Menzo finally not taking the brakes on Jonah, but losing a place from AZOZ, getting up to P7 with that 6 laps all hards. Probably faster than the 2 guys in front of him, Jonah and Menzo, trying to stick it around the outside, and AZ giving him room. I don't think it's gonna pass for the Aston Martin. No, he's gonna stay. Aston Martin is gonna stay behind, and AZ now can chase Jonah in front. Jonah now 2 seconds behind Lava. This battle gave Lava a bit of room. Maybe he can catch up DRS. DRS has have 12 laps old arts, and Lava with 5 laps now old arts. Compare to the two. Surely it can be faster than DRS, but now AZ have to try to pass Joan in front. DRS with the 3-second penalty here for multiple off-track warnings. Pitting for Kendricks. Now AZ around the inside of turn 3. Getting the move down on Jonah. Jonah's trying to make a switch back. He can. He got DRS. Try to move here for turn 4. Gotta go around the inside. Easy around the outside. Gonna stick it around the outside. How about the traction? In the exit. Jonah's still there. Daisy's gonna have to still his position. He's gonna keep his position here. A superb maneuver, superb defense from the McLaren driver. And now Lava has came back on DRS Maestro. Only 4 tenths back. And Dubsy pitting now for his second piss of the day. And for new medium and going to the end, I think this was the right choice for him. Yes, it is. New medium for the end. Going to the end for Dubsy. There you go. It's going to cost him compared to the 2 laps, the 1 stop. Bridge runners, we'll see. Another one pitting and not pitting. Jonah pitting for new medium. Menzo pitting also with serving that 10-second penalty and putting new medium on. It seems like Menzo, like I said, Dobby also the pits. Pretty much it for the pits for the pit stop. Well, now I'm leading by 9 seconds on Teddy, when Teddy being catch back by Lava and DRS. Lava with 1 lap fresher tire than Teddy, and Lava also with a lot fresher tire than DRS Maestro. DRS gonna have to pit again in this race if he wants to finish it, that's for sure. They're pitted back pitting for new medium, the Aston Martin. Menzel lost a lot of time with a 10-second penalty. He's now down to 16. Another one with the 2-second penalty. DRS in the pits. There is with this 14 lap old arch, and now 15. But I think new medium will go to the end. It would be the pretty easy choice from the Sauber here. He's gonna do it. Yes, he is. There you go. Medium tires from him. Perfect. DRS getting back on track. There you go. There you go. And P8. Menzo was left again. Menzo had some problems once again in that session. Connection problem or something. Lava 1.3. Driving the pace for a second time tonight. I think he's gonna do pretty much same thing for like everyone done in the past 2 laps. With new medium to go to the end. That's what exactly what he does, and he kill his mechanician when he's in the pit. But that's not very. Yeah. But that's life, you know. It's a game, not the real life, at least. Carpeting also the Sauber. Medium for him. Tempting as everyone else. New medium till the end, and double getting fast lap with a new medium set, I would say, 6.945. Now Adrian with 10 laps to go is 7.6 behind Live and Teddy. I think these two could, if they manage well, tires could go to the end with that set of tires. So it's gonna be Adrian chase to Live and Teddy to get back that first position. I think he's gonna be a lot faster than them. And also, if they fight Lava with only 4 tenths behind Teddy, it's going to help even more Ajami to get back to them. With that number of laps to go, that number of seconds he has to cover. It's less than a second per lap that Ajami has to do, but he has to do it, not do any mistakes during that time. But like I said, if they battle, it's going to cost them a lot of time. Lava going already for a move around turn 1 and 2, and getting up to the lead, the Finnish driver. And P1, Dubsy getting the fastest lap with 116.7. He's now in P4. Ajami already only 5.5 seconds behind Teddy and Lava. Clearly's gonna catch it back. Not gonna take so much time. And Dubs maybe gonna be able to follow Jeremy through his maneuvers and stuff. Easy with second penalty for multiple off-track warnings. There you go. There you go. Well, following 9/10 now. Teddy Rain Lava. .1. Teddy cannot keep up, it seems, with Lava Mato. And Jeremy coming back. 4.5 the gap now. No DRS for Diddy here. No DRS for Teddy. No DRS for Teddy, man. And Teddy now back to the DRS. 3/10 only behind Lava Mato. Not putting out 36. W with second penalty. We'll do another some penalties here. There you go, DRS number 1, Easy, Jonas, Cario, W with 6, Aiden 3, and going 9, Keto by 3, Menzo 3. That's the little penalties update. We go back to the tires. You can see the position change. Why not also? There you go. Position change. Who again lost position in that race at the moment. Still a bit of a lap to go. Looking like this at the moment. Again, stops also. We'll go back to the tires here. We'll go back to the tires on screen. Alva still leading with only 5/10 a gap, but that job is coming back 2 seconds and 1:10, 2.2, 2.3. And John is getting closer now. And John is getting closer. You're getting the DRS one pretty soon. Teddy gonna have to make a move here, and Lava Mato with DRS going to turn 3. Easy move from the Red Bull. Easy blast with the DRS, everything he had in stock. He managed to overtake the Finnish driver. Now Jeremy came back 1.7 now. The gap. A matter of time. It's a matter of time before he joined the fight. But we'll see if they can defend on the Spanish driver now with only little more than 5 laps to go. He's 1.2 behind them. He's gaming. He's hunting. He's a predator hunting for his food, and his food is Lava Ratso and Teddy at the moment. We're at Jaume. 9/10 now the gap. He's now in DRS range of them. DRS also Maestro. The DRS range of Dubsy in P4. We'll see if Adjobi can overtake them pretty fast here. Jonah with another 3-second penalty. I'm very good for him. Here. Adjobi is still a bit too far. Now he's in contact with them, with the difficulty will be to overtake them. You have more traction, more everything everywhere with the new tires in the Ferrari. It's gonna be still complicated. Remember that sometimes I say that they have advantage with their car, but still everyone has still equal cars. But yeah. Hadromi, 3/10 behind Lava, 5/10 behind Teddy. The DRS is going to be complicated for Hadromi to make a move. He's going to not make a move. I don't think he's going to have to make a move, and the street light's going to have to get a better traction than the drivers at the exit of some quarters. And that's going to be pretty much it for him to try to get that lead and then win the night in Austria in Star Cup. It's really close. It's going to be a very tight battle till the end. Lap 31 out of 36. And now that's side by side. Lava and Teddy. Lava getting back to P1. Teddy. And now that jump is going to go 3 wide almost to turn 3. Oh, and a very close. That jump is going to get in front here. Teddy can have DRS. That jump is going to have DRS. Is Lava with no DRS. Can Teddy try to move? No, he can't. That jump is going to take the lead. I think it's going to be done and dusted now, but Lava trying to stick it around the outside. He can't stick it around the outside of the Red Bull. was very close for contact, but we managed to not make contact. And the Red Bull on the ass. That's really good. That's really well managed. Was very close, but perfect. If no contact is still good, and we're 1.1 to gap now with Teddy and Adriami. I think we're pretty much finished now. We know what's gonna happen. It's Dustin now. Oh, camera. Why not get on board with Teddy? Why not? Bits, but I'll push it back to normal view. I'll go on more with Adriami the last lap. Why not? That was 1.1 behind the DRS. DRS make the move on the Sauber. Aston Martin going pretty slow. This was Benzo. No, it was another Aston Martin was TRP. But not anything special because we're back racing and we're back under green flag condition. We're good. 31.2, 1.4. Yeah, for Benzo, what happened? It's in the pits, I think. Yeah, it's in the pits, and Pedro might go into the pits also. But Benzo did have in the pits, so no safety car, no nothing. Well, that would be a big safety car with that number of laps remaining, but no neutralization, nothing. Back on the green flag conditions. We're good. Lava still battling with Teddy. 6'10", 5'10" is the gap. Lava's gonna have DRS again. Going to turn 3. Again, we'll saw another one with DRS on AZOZ. With AZOZ, have a lot. Fresher tires and another one. And we'll have 15 laps all orange and AZ has 7 laps on medium in the back. But now we'll follow 11 Teddy battles for P2. 5 tenths only in the gap. 6 tenths is getting up and down, but still keeping in that like DRS range from each other. WZ and DRS still battling. WZ getting back in front of the Sauber here. Lap 33 out of 36 we're coming very soon to the end of that race. Kaito back with a 2-second penalty. Little back in the back in the pits. To yellow again. What happened? It's a Ferrari. It's Kaito back. Someone left or someone retired. I don't know. I didn't see. I think win for the lead back and putting new sauce on. Trophy still to rejoin the session. And ring P12, WP10. And I was 17 being Teddy 1.6. Still keeping up, not that bad. The place with that job, Jeremy still has to do no mistake because that could cost him the win. Knowing that Teddy's only 1.8 behind. Now we have Aston Martin going pretty slow. Is it TRP? Yes, it was. I think so. He managed more than ghost at the end, so I think that caused too much damage. W with the chicken penalty slash double pattern. The chicken penalty, but I think the ghost save a lot of drivers here. That goes from TRP. Now Lava is 3 tenths only behind Teddy. 4 tenths, 5 tenths, getting back again. A bit up. Very fluctuating and changing a lot. Very close. DRS also with Dubsy. Very close to each other. Battling for P4 here or battling for P2. That's a big 2 battles to follow until the end of this race here in Austria. Lap 35 is going to start here with Adriami crossing the start finish line. 35th lap, sorry. Lap 35. There you go. 35 on the way. Teddy's still in P2. Adriami still leading. Aliva still in P3. Dubsy still in P4. And now, DRS another second penalty. That's interesting. I'm not gonna be able to get Dubsy with these penalties. But it's not gonna be, I think, able to finish in front of AZ. Now Lava in front of Teddy now. Lava in P2. Good move by the Finnish driver. Can Teddy try to give him an answer here for the end of the race? 1 lap left only. DRS in front of Dubsy now. But like I said, Dubsy have no penalties compared to DRS with like 6-second penalties. We see, yes, we see there. That's pretty good for Dubsy. That's pretty much guaranteed that P4 tonight in Austria. Now I guess we're at lap 36, and like I said, we're gonna go on board because I am a man of I do my promise, you know. I respect my promises, and so we'll go on board with I'm gonna play the last lap of this race in Austria. Here we go. On the Ferraris are this Spanish driver, and it's a couple of corners away, less than a minute away from getting a win this season in Austria, from winning that 36 lap marathon in Spielberg. All this started at 8 p.m. EST. Now we're 9:12 EST, and now we're getting traffic in front. But yes, still with all that, I'm home. What a first place if all well. I was coming to the last two last right corners, passing the pedestrian for the Italian car. The Spanish driver, Adriani. Last corner, going across the line to win the Austrian Grand Prix. There you go. Lap of P2. Gonna be Teddy P3 with a podium for Teddy. Superb race. Live also superb race. W finishing P4. 2 and 4 for Haas. That's sensational. The other in the back, P5 for him. That's not bad. Hope for the Sauber. Hayes is gonna go in P6. Another one gonna go in P7. Jonah gonna be at 8th position for him. Zicario P9. There you go. That'll be completely top 10 last point finisher here for Little Batter. And Kendrick's gonna finish. No, it'd be 10 finally. That'll be gonna finish in 11th. Kendrick's gonna score 1 point tonight, and Jonah's gonna score 4 points compared to the Ask scoring 18 plus 12. That's 30 points. And the Haas gonna take the lead in the Constructor Championship in front of Mercedes. Also, it's still a good chunk of points lost from Kendrick into the Driver Championship tonight for him. AZP6 could maybe come back a bit, but also Lava and Dubsy can maybe come closer to the Mercedes driver. Now we have the podium. Enjoy it with Hajime, Lava, and Teddy. After a superb race, a superb 36 lap and a superb 18 minutes qualifying session early on tonight. Enjoy that podium here. There you go. Podium, champagne on the drivers. We're good. That's perfect. You can have 2 drivers a day from the game, fastest lap, race winner, most everything, cleanest driver. And well, for the last time, we're gonna just show you these standings. If you want to say, there you go. 29F on DSQ, the Trophy Marino. On penalties, everything. We're gonna go maybe even into race director for maybe people that want to, I don't know, challenge or strategy. Challenge, maybe warning. You can see here all the warnings. That's a long list. Or if you have a lot of time, yes, I have time. And I'll put stop, why not? But that's the end. So yeah, was a pretty nice race tonight, y'all. I hope you have enjoyed it. Well, it was very fun to watch. Thanks, guys, to stay with me tonight for Star Cup. Well, an eventful race and a very good race to watch. I hope you enjoyed, like I said. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next week for another Star Cup round. And it's gonna be around Las Vegas, baby. Next week for Star Cup again. Next Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST, like always. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. A good rest of your week. Take care. Ciao, bye.